I'd like you all now to please rise for the national anthem. This will be performed by members of our jazz ensemble and directed by Mr. Kenneth Clark.
Sorry to see them closing the curtains on such a tremendous group of athletes, musicians and athletes too. What a great job they do. Let's give them a big hand. They can still hear us. Well, hello, everyone. It is my privilege to welcome you all to tonight's Scholarship and Awards program. For the students we will honor tonight, learning did not end when the bell rang, nor will it end on Saturday when diplomas are conferred. Tonight, we are going to be recognizing students who have truly invested in their education, invested in learning that transcended the curriculum and surfaced in their everyday lives. They have enthusiastically given time, effort, and ideas to worthwhile causes and activities. Athletes, musicians, artists, community servants, and scholars. These students have been amazing. Thank you, class of 2013. Indeed, the students being recognized tonight have given the most, performed the best, and in doing so, gained the most. As a result, I believe they are best prepared to rise up and meet the challenges that they are going to be encountering after high school. On behalf of Dr. Earl Metzler, who wishes he could be here tonight but has a family engagement that he has to be at, and the school board and the administration and the faculty, I want to thank the organizations and programs, the families and individuals who have bestowed scholarships to our students for their various talents and their contributions to our community. Again, thank you all for joining us. Please enjoy the evening.
The first award then will be given by Major Carol Vavra of the United States Air Force Academy Prep School.
Thank you. I'm here with Patty Chapman tonight, and we are both Air Force Academy admissions officers for the state of New Hampshire. And we are very happy and proud to be here tonight to represent the Air Force and the Air Force Academy to present this prep school appointment to George. The Air Force Academy Prep School is located in Colorado Springs. It's right down the mountain from the Air Force Academy, and its sole purpose is to prepare young men and women like George to attend the Air Force Academy and succeed there. It's equivalent to a one-year full college scholarship, and it's valued at $45,000. George had a lot of competition this year to get into the prep school. There were 9,000 applicants being considered, and he was one of 240 who got an appointment. So, yeah, George is entering a very small and select group of young men and women. When he enters the prep school in July, he'll be a cadet candidate. While there, he'll be studying academics at the college level with an emphasis on math and science. He'll also be studying English and history, military science. He'll be engaging in military training and athletic programs. The Air Force pays for all of this. He gets full tuition, room and board, and he will get $900 a month while he's a cadet candidate. So we can When he successfully completes the prep school, he can transition directly to the Air Force Academy. After 4 years at the Academy, he will receive a Bachelor of Science degree and a commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force. So at this time, we're very happy and honored to present this Air Force Academy preparatory school appointment to George Nifakos. and good luck to the class of 2013.
The Evan Doobie Compassion Award is given in memory of Evan Doobie, a 2011 graduate of Timberlane Regional High School. Evan's kindness, empathy, and conscious efforts to brighten the lives of others made Timberlane a better place to be each day he was here. Tonight's recipients of the Evan Doobie Compassion Award have exhibited these same characteristics in their time at Timberlane. We are proud to present the Evan Doobie Compassion Awards to Kaylin Ryan and Howie Cawley. The Major Jeremy R. Graysick Character Award is given in memory of Jeremy Graysick, the valedictorian of the Timberlane class of 1995, and a major in the United States Marine Corps at the time of his death in 2011. In his 4 years here, Jeremy excelled in athletics, academics, and many extracurricular activities he took part in. Known for his integrity, leadership, and ability to bring out the best in others, Jeremy set the standard for Owl Pride. This year, we are happy to present the Jeremy Graysick Character Award to another outstanding person of character, Nicholas Quirk. The DeFeo Personal Improvement Award is given in memory of David DeFeo, a former student at Timberlane Regional High School. Its purpose is to recognize that individual who has demonstrated a dramatic positive change in attitude and personal development during his or her years at Timberlane. This year's recipient of the DeFeo Personal Improvement Award is Abby Clegg. The Catherine Gates Memorial Award is presented in memory of Catherine N. Gates from the class of 1978. The recipient of this award has demonstrated an artistic ability necessary to succeed in the highly competitive field of the arts. The Catherine Gates Memorial Award goes to the talented Andrea Pernokis. The Sharon Kellett Memorial Award is given to recognize a person in the graduating class who has shown exceptional interest in working with young children and who plans to pursue this as an area of study or work. The Sharon Kellett Memorial Award goes to the well-deserving Jacqueline Livingston. The Cindy C. Meridian Award is given to a graduating senior who is very positively involved in school activities. This student shows caring and concern to his or her fellow classmates. We are happy to present the Cindy C. Meridian Award to Kaylee Laren. The Frank Calcour Service Award is given to a senior in recognition for his or her commitment and contribution to the wider Timberlane community by offering his or her time and talent to service and or charitable organizations throughout the district. This year we have two well-deserving recipients, Emily Swanson and Jamie Saltalamacchia. The Wilbur R. Moody Citizenship Award is given in memory of Wilbur R. Moody, a community member who donated many hours of service to the high school. This award is presented annually to the student who demonstrates good citizenship in the classroom. This year's Citizenship Award goes to Stephen Longbook. Now I'd like to welcome Director of Guidance Barry Children to the podium.
The Dimmy Gavriel Leadership Award is in honor of 1993 graduate Demetrius Gavriel. Dimmy was an outstanding young man that was extremely well regarded by our faculty, his friends, and his teammates while a student athlete here at Timberlane. The strength of his character and leadership are what set him apart from his peers. He was a young man that always represented our school, his family, and his country with great pride. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's award to Brandon O'Donnell.
The Timberlane Faculty Award is given to a graduating senior whom the faculty wishes to recognize for exhibiting positive characteristics and outstanding behavior in the school and community. The recipient should exhibit maturity, a high level of social concern, and a strong commitment to academic responsibilities. In the opinion of the faculty, this student is well equipped to take on adult responsibilities and to have a positive impact on his or her post-secondary education. The 2012-2013 Faculty Award recipient is Avon LaRosa. like to call now to the stage someone who came a little bit late. That's Kaylee Laren, recipient of the Evan Doobie Compassion Award. Kaylin Ryan. Kaylin Ryan. The Principal's Award is given to students who are chosen by the building principal, Mr. Woodworth, for their consistently exceptional involvement in co-curricular activities and their dedication to academic excellence. On behalf of Principal Donald Woodworth, I'm proud to announce this year's Principal's Award recipients, Annie Averill and Ryan Tingley. The Patricia Stone Owls Award is given to two seniors who personify the characteristics of our Owls motto. O, offer your best effort and be involved, contributing citizens at school and in the wider community. W, work cooperatively and resolve conflicts peacefully. L, live responsibly and lend a helping hand to those in need. And S, speak and act respectfully toward all. The Owls Awards this year go to Catherine Estep and George Nefakos. Next, we will be presenting the Department Awards. Students, please remember to enter the stage to the right and proceed across the stage once you receive your award and exit to the left. Let me call first to the microphone here, presenter of the Art Department Awards, Christina Carrier.
The Art Department presents this award to a young lady who has wowed and amazed us with her thought process, creativity, and drive to always achieve her personal best. What a pleasure it has been to have her in class and see her grow to create amazing photography. I proudly present Kyla Marcelonis with the Outstanding Photographer. The Art Department presents this award to a young woman who possesses phenomenal artistic ability along with true artistic intuition and drive. What a pleasure it has been to have her in class and see her grow as an artist. I proudly present Outstanding Artist Award to Chelsea Gilmartin.
The Rhode Island School of Design Award is given every year to a student who shows outstanding achievements in the visual arts. This year's recipient is Marin Dennison. The Business Department Awards will be presented by Sue Takishin of the Business Department. The first award is for the most outstanding in business, and that is Kayla LaRocca. The second award from the Business Department is the Outstanding Business Technology Student, and that is Avon LaRosa. Now we have Ms. Joanne Albert of the Computer Technology Department.
The Computer Technology Award is given to the senior that demonstrates excellent computing skills, and these include designing solutions to problems, implementing the potential solutions through coding, preventing user errors whenever possible, and testing the solution for accuracy. I'm very pleased to give this year's award to an excellent student, Xavier McNulty.
The English Department Awards will be presented by Julie Patrisso and Mike Woodworth of the English Department. They will be presenting two most outstanding awards, one to Annie Averill and the other to Kathleen Rue. Now I welcome from the Guidance Department Beth Corkum and Barry Children.
The Guidance Department presents 2 awards annually. Ms. Corkum will be presenting the Distinguished Service Award, and I am honored to present this year's Personal Achievement Award. The Personal Achievement Award is given to a student who exemplifies strong character and promise for the future. This year's recipient is someone who has shown great resiliency over the last 4 years. His positive attitude and determination have left a mark on all who are lucky to know him. This year's recipient of the Personal Achievement Award is Christopher Davies.
The recipient of the Distinguished Service Award has demonstrated a sincere interest and commitment in serving the Timberlane community. Her dedication and enthusiasm to the organizations for which she is a member has always been exemplary. There is no doubt that others have benefited from her positive and energetic involvement in our community. This year's recipient of the Distinguished Service Award is Annie Averill.
The Family and Consumer Science Technology Awards go to the students who have shown the most creativity and initiative in the fields of culinary arts, baking and pastry, early childhood education, and family and consumer science. These two individuals have demonstrated skills, creativity, and dedication in the fields of culinary arts and early childhood development. The first award will be presented by Ms. Lisa Bisson, and that is to Chrissy Cortez for early childhood education. Ms. Michelle Monty will present the Culinary Arts Award to Zach Mamino. The Industrial Technology Award will be presented by Michael Wiles. The award for Most Outstanding Student in Industrial Technology is Matthew Fisher. The Math Department Awards will be presented by Caitlin Clapper, Janine Luther, and Kyle Dostie of the Math Department.
We are here to present the Excellence in Mathematics Award to a graduating student whom the Mathematics Department believes has exceeded expectations within the discipline while at Timberlane. During his senior year, the student has not only taken on the challenge of being duly enrolled in AP Calculus and Statistics, but has shown that he can master both subject areas.
When entering our classes this year, he seemed to be all business, but once you get to know Nick, you soon realize what a comedian he really is. It is our pleasure to present the Excellence in Mathematics Award to the one and only Nick Quirk.
After a tragic accident his junior year took him out of his accelerated math class, he fought tooth and nail to succeed in math, whether in spending a couple of minutes after class to work with me or to work with the math lab tutor, Miss Landeris. He has put in times to succeed. When Miss Landeris used chocolate to motivate students to get 85s, He responded, "Unless it's better than a 95, I don't deserve it." It is this drive and dedication that the math department would like to honor with Most Improved, and I'm glad to present this award to Chris DePietro.
From the music department, we have Ken Clark, Louise Pajak, and John Zivos to present our next awards.
We have two outstanding band awards for this evening, and they are fine musicians and excellent leaders. We're going to please honor Allison Cole and Mr. Jacob Burke.
On behalf of Mr. Harrington, I'd like to present the Chorus Awards. We're honoring Kaylee Laren and Nick Dion.
We have two outstanding awards to give out in guitar ensemble, guitar orchestra. These two players are great musicians and real leaders, and they always contributed a lot to the group. Randa Sheldon and Zach Blank.
And in orchestra, we'd like to honor two ladies that when you say one's name, you have to say the other, Annie Averill and Emma Toth.
The Physical Education Health Department Award will be presented by Mr. Dan Donovan. We have the award winners tonight for most outstanding are Catherine Estep and Brandon Ebby. The Science Department Awards will be presented by Mr. Lou Broad. The Science Faculty Award is presented to Annie Averill, and the Achievement Award is presented to Cassandra McKinnon. The Social Studies Department Awards will be presented by Jennifer Libby. For Most Outstanding in History, the award goes to Molly Coyne. And the Most Outstanding in Social Studies goes to Dana Aylward. The World Language Department Awards will be presented by Amy O'Leary, Doug Mattson, and Beth Runnels.
Academically, for the French Award, we had a lot of strong candidates. What set this candidate apart from the others was her undying enthusiasm, her compassion, devotion, and constant volunteering for the French Honor Society and also during the French Exchange Program. It's my great pleasure to award the French Award to Avon LaRosa.
The award for German for Most Outstanding Student is going to be presented by Herr Mattson, and it's for Cassandra McKinnon. The award for Most Outstanding in Spanish is presented by Profe Amy O'Leary. And the award winner is Nicholas Quirk. We are pleased to acknowledge this next student as a finalist in the 2013 National Merit Scholarship Program. Finalists are recognized for the exceptional academic promise demonstrated by their outstanding performance on the qualifying test used for program entry. Our National Merit finalist this year is Emily Fournier. Next, we will make the presentation of medals to the New Hampshire Scholars. The New Hampshire Scholars Program is part of the State Scholars Initiative, a national program that uses business leaders to encourage and motivate all high school students to complete a rigorous course of study. New Hampshire Scholars give students an edge, one that is of real value to them, the schools they attend, the companies they work for, and the communities where they live. Shortly, I will ask all our New Hampshire scholars to line up alphabetically to the right of the stage. Shannon Alper, Danielle Bernier, Joseph Bebo, Megan Bishop, Andrew Breed, Jacob Burke, Christopher Burnett, Brianna Butler, Emily Calder, Michael Kneff, Alexander Caruso. Please come to the stage. Cassidy Cephalo, Haley Coates, Jameson Collins, Howard Collier, Christina Cortez, Molly Coyne, Daniel Cusolito, Thomas Dawson, Maren Dennison, Gregory Desmond, and Jennifer Dill. Please come to the stage. Nicholas Dion, Molly Dufresne, Kayla Durkee, Brandon Ebby, Jeffrey Edgecombe, Gunnar Erickson, Catherine Estep, Caitlin Ferreira, Jacqueline Fischera, Anna Foley, Emily Fournier. Please come to the stage. Alexandra Gaddy, Kevin Gagnon, Samantha Gagnon, Tyler Gallant, Nicole Galvin, Samantha Gentile, Nicholas Giangara, Cameron Hale, Abby Hawkins, Timothy Healy, and Jennifer Hennessy. Please come to the stage. Lucas Hain, Mark Johnston, Hannah Kimball, Jessica Knight, Midori Knowles, Gabrielle Costa, Avon LaRosa, Nicholas Lambert, Emily Langloy, Kaylee Laren, and Morgan Mackey. Please come forward. Cassandra McKinnon, Michaela McKinnon, Garrett Maddox, Shannon Mahoney, Caitlin Marcotte, Rachel McCarthy, Casey McFadden, Morgan McGurn, Rachel McTeague, Connor Mealy, and Samantha Murphy. Please come forward. Caitlin Musho, Brandon O'Donnell, Benjamin Padalaro, Gabrielle Peralt, Jessica Pimentel Almonte, Amber Ricker, Madison Ripley, Paige Roberts, Brianna Robinson, Justin Rogers, and Corey Saltalamacchia. Please come forward. Brooke Sapia, Amanda Schaefer, Shelby Smith, Alyssa Strakalski, Michaela Taffy, Ryan Tingley, Emily Tobin, Paul Valhouli, Megan Vassell, Rebecca Wollaston, and Shauna Weedman. Please come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present our New Hampshire Scholars for the class of 2012-2013.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Esteemed class of 2013. I can't believe we're here. 4 years has gone by in just a flash of an eye. I'm so happy to see you all here this evening. This starts the scholarship part of the ceremony, which includes monies and funds that have been collected by different organizations and a memorial tribute to those who have passed, whether they were in our class or members of our families. And we start this part of the program with a lot of reverence. I know you will respect the process, students. Just a quick little piece of information with regards to your scholarships. You will receive an envelope and there will be information in there. Please read it with your folks because some people ask that you receive the monies this evening. Some people ask that you send a tuition bill for your first semester. Some people ask that you send a tuition bill for your second semester. So please follow those directions. Be in contact with myself or Mrs. Doreen Vasta, our bookkeeper, and we will make sure that the funds are delivered to the right place at the right time. On behalf of the Scholarship Committee, it is my pleasure to preside over this very special ceremony. We all share in the joy of our Timberlane parents, administrators, school board members, teachers, and most importantly, seniors. May I extend my warmest congratulations to all of you here this evening. Celebrating Timberlane students' achievements is a wonderful reason for us to gather in celebration tonight. Seniors, we rejoice in your hard work and dedication during the past 4 years here at Timberlane. We look forward to the promise of your achievements tomorrow and perhaps a Bruins win tonight. In light of this, I will do my best to be as expeditious as possible. Before I go further, I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to members of the Scholarship Committee, including Ms. Heather Roy, Shannon Taylor, Laura Lipfert, Mimi Trisdale, Joanne Blanchette, and Tricia Maynella. These members diligently read through almost 140 applications and your essays. They worked tirelessly to match the criteria of our scholarship presenters to the needs and qualities of our Timberlane students. Please join me in a round of applause acknowledging their hard work and dedication. Also, my sincere gratitude to Mrs. Doreen Vasta, our bookkeeper, Mrs. Sandra Master of the Guidance Department, and Mrs. Susan Rosenberg of the Administration Office, and Mrs. Patty Mangini of the Administration Office as well, for their sincere devotion, caring, and support of the Timberlane Scholarship Program. These women reverently kept alive the memories of our Timberlane family members who have passed through their devotion and dedication to the Timberlane Scholarship Program. Let us begin. This evening we begin with the David Martin Augusta III Memorial Scholarship. David was a beloved son, brother, grandson, nephew, cousin, and friend. He had a special love for family. His smile was infectious. David loved to laugh. But more to his enjoyment, he loved to make others laugh. He possessed a passion for the outdoors, spending countless productive hours in his chapel. During the spring, you would find him behind an umpire's mask, on the baseball field, where he earned the respect of coaches, parents, and players alike. He aspired to follow in his father's footsteps and pursue a career in law enforcement. David understood the importance of commitment to excellence, whether outdoors, on the field, or in school. David persevered. He asked questions, dedicated time and energy to doing things well. David would have applied these qualities toward a successful and productive career, but more importantly, a rich and fulfilling life. This year, the David Martin Augusta III Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Stephen Bilodeau.
Hey, no matter what people may not say or may say, we all know this one's for Dave.
I'd like to introduce Mrs. Robin Bordelais, presenting the John Bordelais Memorial Scholarship. John Bordelais was a very caring young man. John always took the time to play basketball with a special education student during his high school years. While at Timberlane, John played football. John enjoyed fishing and racing. He was a laborer in the union and was heading to mechanic school. This year, the John Bordelais Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Gunnar Erickson and Justin Burnham. He's probably playing basketball. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bordelais. Next, Mrs. Amy O'Leary will be presenting the Madame Lee Buckley Memorial Scholarship. Madame Lee Buckley, a French teacher at Timberlane, was a gifted teacher, inspiring colleague, and a dear friend who inspired us with her faith and a sense of humor, even in the face of her aggressive illness. This scholarship is awarded to seniors who will attend a four-year college or university and major or minor in education or a foreign language. The Madame Lee Buckley Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Amanda Horrocks, Avon LaRosa, Jessica Matthews, and Brett Paley. Mr. Budzina here? Mrs. Budzina. Oh, nice to see you. Come on in. This is Mrs. Budzina. She will be delivering the Deidre Ann Budzina Memorial Scholarship. Her friends often said that Deidre was like the AAA. In Deidre's case, AAA stood for Angel Always Available. Deidre was always there for you no matter what. If you needed a ride home, she drove you. If you needed money, she would loan it to you. If you needed a shoulder to cry on, she was there for you. Perfect strangers also felt the reach of her caring nature. From her efforts to collecting needed items for our military soldiers in harm's way, to volunteering to help with Meals on Wheels, Deidre always showed a very caring nature. She was always willing to lend a helping hand to everyone, from friends to total strangers alike. The Deidre Ann Budzina Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Selena DeTore. The Lieutenant Mark R. Caldwell Annual Scholarship honors a student who has exhibited clear and consistent commitment to his or her goals while attending Timberlane. Such commitment includes the eagerness to participate in school activities, strong civic interest, desire for additional education, scholastic ability, proven work ethic, and an appreciation for the opportunity to call New Hampshire home. The Lieutenant Mark R. Caldwell U.S. Navy Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Gabrielle Costa. Mr. Eric Constantino, Mrs. Eileen Doobie, and Mr. Scott Strange will be presenting the Evan Doobie Memorial Scholarship.
Evan Doobie is a young man whose practice of compassion, depth of intellect, and irrepressible good humor remains as a beacon and reminder to everyone that he has touched that it is vital for us to love deeply, to think profoundly, and to laugh out loud heartily. The scholarship recipient is charged to pay Evan's lessons forward to others so that Evan's spark will forever ignite wildfires of goodness. The Evan Doobie Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Howie Collier.
Mr. Barry Children will be presenting the Demetrios Gabriel Memorial Scholarship. Dimi Gabriel was an outstanding young man that was extremely well regarded by our faculty, his friends, and his teammates, while a student athlete here at Timberlane. The strength of his character and leadership are what set him apart from his peers. He was a young man that always represented our school, his family, and his country with great pride. The Demetrios Gabriel Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Joshua Burnham and Stephen Longbook. Mr. and Mrs. Jim Grasick will be presenting the Major Jeremy J. Grasick Memorial Scholarship. The Major Jeremy J. Grasick Memorial Scholarship is given in his honor to the valedictorian of Timberlane Regional High School. Jeremy graduated from Timberlane in 1995. He lettered in varsity basketball and soccer, served in multiple school organizations, received the 1995 Outstanding Senior Award, and was the valedictorian of his class. Following graduation from Timberlane, Jeremy went on to graduate with honors from the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. He was commissioned into the United States Marine Corps in May 1999. His career in the Corps had him participating in almost all of our nation's conflicts in the last decade. He received many awards and commendations during his service and was posthumously awarded 2 Bronze Stars with the V for Valor. He passed from our world on July 12, 2011. The Major Jeremy J. Grasick Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Nicholas Quirk. Mrs. Leslie Harrington will be presenting the Christopher Harrington Memorial Scholarship. There was nothing more important to Chris than his 3 children that would have made them and what would make them successful in life. Chris was very involved in the Timberlane Regional School District. He served on the budget committee and was very instrumental in the last building project. Even though academics were very important, Chris believed that to be a successful adult, you needed to be well-rounded. This is why his scholarship is given to the student who exhibits C for character, H for honor, R for resolve, I for integrity, S for spirit. The Christopher Harrington Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Amanda Barrows, Jennifer Dill, Mitchell McDonald, and Jessica Perry. Mrs. Beth Hendershot will be presenting the Daniel Hendershot Memorial Scholarship. Daniel Hendershot was a gentle soul, had a kind heart, and loved everyone unconditionally. His entire life, Daniel was active playing soccer for Timberlane Timberwolves from age 6 to 16. He loved to be outdoors, snowboarding, camping, and fishing with his friends. He was easy to get along with, quiet, and considerate of others. If you needed help, he would drop whatever he was doing to go to your aid. If Daniel saw someone sitting alone or not being included, he would sit with them or invite them to join him. His friendship transcended social groups as well as ages. He was comfortable spending the afternoon with a senior citizen as he was with a toddler. Dan's desire to help people led him to Hackberry, Louisiana, with his church 2 years in a row on mission trips to rebuild homes that had been destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. That experience taught Daniel the reward of volunteering and making a difference in another person's life. It has been our hope that the Daniel Hendershot Memorial Scholarship would make a difference in a Timberlane senior's life. The Daniel Hendershot Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Brandon O'Donnell and Haley Rooney. Ms. Jillian Salafia and Ms. Vaughn Janko are presenting the Danielle Gretchen Janko Memorial Scholarship. You've gotten so tall. This scholarship fund was started to recognize and remember the spirit of a lighthearted, fun-loving Danielle Janko. Danielle unexpectedly passed away at 15 years old in a car accident on November 6, 2005. This scholarship has been set up to help those with similar dreams and aspirations as Danielle reached their goals. In June of 2008, Danielle's graduating class, we awarded the first scholarship to members of her class at Timberlane Regional High School. Danielle became involved with dance at a very early age, and it became her passion. She also demonstrated compassion for those less fortunate, and she truly enjoyed helping people, especially children. It was her plan to continue her education and become a social worker. The students receiving this year's scholarships have demonstrated both a commitment to helping others as well as a passion for dance. The Danielle Gretchen Janko Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Jacqueline Livingston and Haley Rooney. Mr. Roy Jeffrey will be presenting the Carolyn Lang Jeffrey Memorial Scholarship.
Why don't you just say that it's to a student that's going to go on to be a teacher?
Excellent. It was a very lovely story. Mr. Jeffrey just came into our office 2 weeks ago, and his wife had passed away, and she was a teacher, and he said to us, "I want to do something in memory of my beloved wife." And we said, "We can help you." Look at those faces. Look at those faces. If that's not the hope of the future, that's it. I'd like to just share you a few minutes of who Carolyn Lang Jeffrey was. She was born in the village of Sanbornville in Wakefield, New Hampshire. She was educated in the Sanbornville school system and graduated from Spalding High School in Rochester, New Hampshire, and received her Bachelor of Science degree in Home Economics from Keene State Teachers College. She taught at Dow Academy in Franconia, New Hampshire. She was a founding member of St. Christopher's Episcopal Church in Plastow. She was an accomplished seamstress, an avid gardener, which attracted many songbirds, which she fed from her hand. The Carolyn Lang Jeffrey Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Kathleen Rue. Mrs. Lorraine Massioli will be presenting the Daniel Ketchum Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is dedicated to the memory of Mr. Daniel Ketchum, outstanding educator, respected colleague, and true friend. Daniel was a mathematics teacher at Timberlane for several years. He brought an inspirational attitude to his work. His colleagues referred to him as the Energizer Bunny. No matter how demanding his schedule, he always found time to help a student or fellow educator or to give a word of encouragement. This scholarship is awarded in the name of Daniel Ketchum as a token of the esteem from the community he served, to help keep his energy and memory alive, and to acknowledge the sacrifices his family made in sharing his life with us. The Daniel Ketchum Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Annie Averill and Nicholas Quirk. Jennifer Klink Memorial Scholarship. Jennifer Klink was a Timberlane student who found her true passion in the home economics department. In the kitchen, juggling baking pans full of pastries, Jennifer got a needed break from her health challenges. After graduation, Jennifer lost her battle with cancer, but not before achieving her dream of attending culinary school. This scholarship is awarded to a deserving senior who will also be attending culinary school. The Jennifer Klink Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Ryan Langto. The John R. Lapham Memorial Scholarship. John Lapham was a highly respected officer, father, and individual. He dedicated part of his law enforcement career to helping children. He enjoyed being a DARE officer and truly cared about the well-being and future of our youth. As a police officer, John witnessed how negative experiences affect young people, and without positive reinforcement, their lives could spiral out of control. He would be so proud to know that he is helping a young person through this scholarship to be a productive member of society. This scholarship represents his convictions about giving a young person the opportunity to achieve their goals and making a difference, not only in their own lives, but society too. The John R. Lapham Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Brianna Robinson. Mrs. Ann Lapine will be presenting the Stephanie Lapine Memorial Scholarship. And Mr. Lapine, hi. How are we doing? Stephanie Lapine attended Timberlane and graduated in 2005. She enjoyed music, dance, and art, as evidenced by the 3 years she dedicated to them. Stephanie began dancing at the age of 3, started playing the violin and flute in grade 4, and continued through high school where she played flute in the school band. Stephanie began pursuing a career in cosmetology, which utilized her talents and creativity and was something she truly loved. In a tragic turn of events, we lost Stephanie in February 2010 to a severe asthma attack at the age of 22. These scholarships are our attempt to keep Stephanie's memory alive by helping other young people who share the same interests. The Stephanie Lapine Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Howard Collier, Allison Gannon, Chelsea Gilmartin, and Catherine Saras. Mr. Paul Kaminsky will be presenting the Eric C. Lovett Memorial Scholarship. But he was afraid. So the Eric C. Lovett Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a football player who exemplifies team spirit and has a strong work ethic. The Eric C. Lovett Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Jacob Wilmot. Mr. Jeffrey Shaw will be presenting the Jamie Martin Memorial Scholarship. Jamie Martin was a dedicated and enthusiastic educator and coach for over 4 decades. He was proud to spend his whole life serving others. He worked as a high school teacher in Iowa, then in Ohio, in Thailand as a member of the Peace Corps, and then as a teacher in New Hampshire. The final 7 years of his career were spent here at Timberlane, where he served as the English department head and as an instructor for the GED program. Jamie was respected by his students and was well liked by his peers. Every day he would strive to spread his enjoyment of literature and life with his classes and coworkers. The Jamie Martin Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Kayla LaRocca. The Tammy McSheehy Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Tammy's daughter, Madison Hawks. She'll be presenting and announcing.
Thank you. My grandmother worked at Pollard for over 28 years, making friends, both young and old, enjoying smiles upon their faces, and was loved very much by everyone. 9 years ago, on March 27, 2004, my grandmother, Tammy McSheehy, died from cancer. That next night, my mother and I prayed that we would think of a way for me to remember her when I was older. Thanks to this scholarship, Timberlane, and my family, I can make it possible. It is my greatest honor to give the Tammy McSheehy Memorial Scholarship to Andrea Pinocchus.
Madison, Grammy is very proud of you. Mrs. Joanne Passanisi will be presenting the Stephen T. Passanisi Memorial Scholarship. Stephen Passanisi was a strong supporter of the Timberlane Performing Arts program. He truly enjoyed watching his 3 daughters perform at orchestra, chorus concerts, plays, and musicals. The Stephen T. Passanisi Memorial Scholarships are awarded to students majoring in music or the arts, and they are Paul Cronin and Andrew LaFoley. The Helen Finney Memorial Scholarship. Helen Finney began her career in the Timberlane Regional School District as a secretary at Pollard School in September 1964 and retired as the administrative secretary to the principal in June 2007 at the age of 80. Wow, Patty, that's a long career. During her long tenure as secretary, Mrs. Finney welcomed and watched over several generations of Pollard School students, teachers, staff, and administrators. Helen Finney was one of the founding members of the Timberlane Support Staff Association. In addition, Helen was instrumental in creating scholarships awarded to many Timberlane graduates over the years. The Helen Finney Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Caitlin Ferreira. Mrs. Jennifer Libby will be presenting the Ann Reardon Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is given in memory of Ann Reardon, an innovative social studies teacher and dynamic advisor to the Student Council during the 1990s and early years of our 21st century. and set a high standard as the model for our first OWL's expectations. Offer your best and be involved in your community. The Ann Reardon Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Christina Cortez. Mr. Eric Constantino will be presenting the Lisa Richardson Memorial Scholarship. Lisa Richardson was a member of the Timberlane Players who pursued theater after graduating from Timberlane. She was one of the most naturally gifted actors Mr. Constantino has ever had the pleasure of directing. Her positive energy provided a spark for every cast she worked with, and her presence in a production raised the level of performance from every cast member lucky enough to perform with Lisa. The Lisa Richardson Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Kaylin Ryan. Ms. Tony Ann Hamilton and Sue Richardson's daughter, Daryl, will be presenting the Susan Richardson Memorial Scholarship. Susan Richard was a longtime paraeducator for the Timberlane School District. She worked for many years in the Timberlane Learning Center, the special education preschool, and then moved on to elementary school, middle, and eventually high school with one of her students. She was devoted to her students and to her own two children, Daryl and Evan, both graduates of Timberlane. She believed in education and in going above and beyond for her students. We wanted to honor Sue by keeping her passion for learning and her love of her students alive, and this scholarship is the perfect way to do so. The Susan Richardson Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Jacqueline Livingston. Mrs. Patty Romanuk will be presenting the Daniel F. Romanuk Memorial Scholarship. The Daniel F. Romanuk Memorial Scholarship is offered in memory of Danny Romanuk, who died in a car accident during his sophomore year here at Timberlane. Danny was a kind-hearted kid who treated others as he would like to be treated. Danny stood up for those often who could not stand up for themselves. He brought a smile to those who knew him. Danny was a behind-the-scenes kind of leader, and this scholarship is offered to a graduating senior of similar character who plans to attend a four-year college. This year, the Daniel F. Romanuk Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Amber Ricker. The Richard Shields Memorial Scholarship. Richard Shields was a devoted son, loving brother, and friend to many. Rich was an avid golfer, enjoyed being outdoors, and was always willing to help a friend. Rich is missed daily, remembered fondly, and would have been in the graduating class of 1980 at Timberlane. In loving memory of Rich, the Richard Shields Memorial Scholarship is awarded to an individual entering the field of criminal justice or the healthcare profession. The Richard Shields Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Amanda Schaefer. Scott Smith Memorial Scholarship. Scott didn't let obstacles get in the way of seeking his passions. With the assistance of mentors, he challenged established norms in seeking education that satisfied his curiosity and zest for learning. This scholarship is awarded to a senior who personifies Scott's spirit. The Scott Smith Memorial Scholarships are awarded to Ryan Langto and Stephen Longbook. The Whitney St. Clair Turner Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Whitney's brother, Matthew Turner. He will be reading and presenting.
Thank you. All right. I'm here to present the Whitney St. Clair Turner Memorial Award, given in memory of my sister, Whitney, by the Sandown PTA, to students who display some of her qualities of friendliness, generosity, leadership, zest for life, and compassion for others in need. Our family wishes the best of luck to the recipients in reaching their goals. The recipients are Caitlin Ferreira and Mitchell McDonald.
The Nancy Walker Memorial Scholarship. Mrs. Nancy Walker was a case coordinator in the Intensive Needs Program from 1999 to 2007. In 2003, Mrs. Walker took over running the school store formerly known as the Owl's Nest. Nancy was excited about this project as she had a vision of the potential of what this program could do for our students who she cared for deeply. Mrs. Walker was serious about her work and always encouraged and expected our students to live up to their potential. She had a great sense of humor and a big heart. She was always giving. If a student was in need, she would make sure their needs were met. After a courageous battle, Mrs. Nancy Walker succumbed to cancer on October 1, 2007. She had many beautiful qualities, and the person receiving this award has been seen by others to share some of these wonderful qualities. This year's Nancy Walker Memorial Scholarships are presented to Michelle Baker, Tori Plank, Amber Ricker, Emily Tobin, and Rebecca Wollaston. Don Weston's daughter, Emily, will be presenting the Don Weston Memorial Scholarship. The Don Weston Memorial Scholarship is presented each year in honor of Don Weston. Don was an active member of the Timberlane community as well as the Danville community, organizing senior citizen programs, recreational programs, and camps, and participating in various committees and organizations around town. She was active in both Timberlane softball and Timberlane tennis boosters at the high school, as well as volunteered with the Timberlane Student Council. The Don Weston Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Emily Swanson. Next, the Sharice May Wholey Memorial Scholarship. Sharice May Wholey was brought up in the Timberlane Regional School District. She was taken from us unexpectedly in 1993. Each year, the Wholey family gives a small but meaningful scholarship in memory of her life with us. She would be very proud of her tribute to the future of Timberlane students, as she was a very social, athletic, and funny girl. To know her was to love her. The Sharice May Wholey Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Caitlin Marcotte. Everybody take a breath. Do we have a score in the game yet? Okay. The Adventure Lore Scholarship goes to Emily Fournier. Emily, we're getting the big guy to help you with this one. Congratulations. The Alumni Trust Scholarship goes to Madison Ripley. The Atkinson Graphics Scholarship goes to Chelsea Gilmartin. The Atkinson Lions Club Scholarship this year goes to Gunnar Erickson and Mackenzie Cartier. Oh, nice.
These are just two of my favorite people.
Oh, really?
Yes.
This is Mr. Ed Murphy from the Lions Club.
By the way, let's get this thing moving, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. The Atkinson Women's Civics Club Scholarship goes to Gunnar Erickson, Emily Langlois, and Erin Murphy. The Atkinson Women's Garden Club Scholarship this year will be presented by Mrs. Marilyn Prell, and this year's recipient is Michael Caniff. The Ruth G. Campbell Trust Scholarship this year is awarded to Kathleen Rue. The Sylvester T. Les Castano Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Andrew LaFoley. The Ruth and Clifton Cook Trust Scholarship is awarded to Nicholas Lambert. On behalf of the Community Crossroads Scholarship, Kathy Deotis and Robin Knight, just Robin Knight, just she, will be presenting the scholarship this year to Travis Dudal. This year's recipient of the Danville Dad Scholarship is Mr. Joshua Burnham. The Danville PTA Scholarship goes to Ryan Tingley. Daughters of the American Revolution Scholarship will be presented this evening by me. And this year it goes to Miss Rebecca Bassey. The Maud and John Dustin Music Trust Scholarship is awarded to George Nifakos. The Geskis Photography Scholarship this year is presented to Morgan McGurn. The Claudine Hanlon Trust Scholarship this year goes to Christina Cortez. The Herf Jones Scholarship this year is awarded to Emily Swanson. Frank Kelcourse Memorial Scholarship this year is awarded to Brianna Butler. The Harold B. Kidder Memorial Scholarship, given by the Plastow Fish and Game Organization, goes to Cheyenne Melanson. On behalf of the Kimball Public Library Endowment Scholarship, Ms. Kathleen Watson will present on behalf of Rebecca Bassey and Cameron Picard. This year, the Le Bousquet Trust Scholarship is awarded to Elizabeth LaBelle and Jacob Wilmot. The Liberty Grange Trust Scholarship this year is awarded to Brett Paley. The Jake Lovett. Hi, how are you, Paul? Good to see you. Come on in.
You had me for the wrong Lovett.
Oh.
I didn't know where.
Do you want to do this one?
This one is fine.
Excellent. This is the Jake Lovett Scholarship presented by Mr. Paul Kaminsky. It goes to Harrison Denoncourt. The Plastow Area Commerce Exchange Scholarship this year is presented to Kayla LaRocca. The Plastow Historical Society Scholarship is awarded to Abby Hawkins. The Plastow Lions Club Scholarship is presented by Mr. Jamie Bezanson, and this year's award winners are Chloe Fish and Samantha Gentile. The Pollard PTA Scholarship this year is awarded to Zachary Bowen. Thank you very much. This year, the Sandown Baseball and Softball organization names their scholarship in memory of David Augusta. And Andrew Augusta will be awarding it this year to Mr. Brady Bunnell. He is so watching the game.
That's where I should be.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. The Sandown 5th Grade Scholarship is being presented by Heidi Chaput and Lorraine Bugler.
The Sandown 5th Grade Scholarship is presented by the Sandown PTA to a senior attending a 2-year program. And the winner is Anna Foley. We are honored to be presenting the scholarships from the Sandown PTA. They're being awarded this year in memory of the children and young adults that Sandown has lost in recent years, 2 of whom would have been in this year's graduating class, David Augusta and Whitney Turner. The criteria in selecting the recipients include attending Sandown Elementary Schools for grades 1 through 5. And the recipients are Kaylee Brown and Caitlin Ferreira.
The Sandown Old Home Days Rogue Runners Scholarships. This year is awarded to Brandon O'Donnell and Tori Plank. The Seacoast Coca-Cola Scholarship this year goes to Cameron Picard. On behalf of the Timberlane Teachers Association, Mr. Lou Broad will present this year's scholarship to Allison Cole and Emma Toth. The Timberlane Regional Middle School PTSA Scholarship is presented to Jacob Kapler and Ryan Langto. The Timberlane Community Band Scholarship this year goes to Mr. Nicholas Cork. On behalf of the Timberlane Music Association Scholarship, Mrs. Trish Manella will present this year's recipients to Howard Collier and Andrew LaFoley. The Timberlane Support Staff Scholarship this year is awarded to Bridget Bolio. Mrs. Christina Courier will present the TRHS Art Honor Society Scholarship this year. It is awarded to Chelsea Gilmartin. The TRHS Booster Club Trust Scholarship this year is awarded to Howard Collier. Mr. Michael Smith will present the TRHS Comedy Club Scholarships. Oh no. This year's recipients are Nicholas Quirk, Scott Buechler, Alexander Caruso, Aaron Kenny, and Tori Plank.
For the last 2 years. Step forward. I was showing you the time on chords for the last 2 years. They've been time on. Buechler, the chords. Alex Caruso, the chords. We're an unofficial club. Nicholas Quirk, our president.
The TRHS Dance Team Scholarship. The TRHS Dance Team Scholarship this year is awarded to Jacqueline Fischera, Brenna Hamilton, and Gabrielle Costa. Herr Douglas Madsen will present the TRHS German Honor Society Scholarship to Thomas Dawson and Cassandra McKinnon. The TRHS Historical Honor Society Scholarship this year is presented to Amanda Horrocks. Mrs. Lorraine Massioli will present the TRHS Math Honor Society scholarships. This year's recipients are Annie Averill, Nicholas Dion, Shannon Mahoney, Mitchell McDonald, Nicholas Quirk, and Jessica Pimentel Almonte. And the TRHS Math Team Scholarship this year is awarded to Andrew LaFoley. The TRHS National Honor Society Scholarship will be awarded by Mr. Eric Constantino. This year's recipient is Annie Averill. Just don't sit down, Annie. The TRHS Peer Outreach Scholarship this year is being presented to Miss Jennifer Dill. This will be presented by Mr. Tim Lena of our Student Assistance Program. On behalf of the TRHS Players Scholarship, Mr. Constantino will be presenting, he does a lot of yoga. Will be presented to Mr. Howie Collier and Casey McFadden. Recipients of the TRHS Principal Scholarship will be presented by Mr. Don Woodworth, the principal. Will be Catherine Eastep, Emily Fournier, Cassandra McKinnon, Rebecca McAmer, Midori Knowles, and Morgan Mackey. This year's recipients of the TRHS SAD Scholarship be presented by Mr. Tim Lena. This year's recipient is Catherine Eastep. Mrs. Lisa Bisson and Mrs. Moore will present the TRHS Senior Class Scholarship. This year's recipients are Annie Averill, Avon LaRosa, and Emma Toth. TRHS Student Council Scholarships will be presented by Mrs. Jennifer Libby. This year's recipients are Gabrielle Costa and Kaylee Laren. The Timberwolves Soccer Club Scholarship this year is awarded to Jeffrey Edgecombe, Michaela Hamill, Brooke Sapia, Thomas Sullivan, Emily Swanson, and Alec Withy. On behalf of the TYFL Cheerleading Scholarship, Mrs. Gail Middlemiss will present. Not. This year's recipients are Andrea Mesquita and Samantha Murphy. Mr. John Manella will present this year's Tri-M Music Scholarship. This year's recipient is Mr. Paul Cronin. The Unitil Energy System Scholarship this year will be presented by Brenda Babylon. Hi, Brenda. This year's recipient is Annie Averill. And last but not least, the Whitson Food Service Scholarship this year goes to Zachary Mamino by Mrs. Michelle Monty. Thank you, Mrs. Monty. Thank you all for a wonderful evening. I hope you have a wonderful end of your evening. The Bruins win. And what's the score? Oh my God. Ah! Okay. Wear your seatbelts, drive slowly, and please be on time for practice tomorrow. Thank you all.